welcome back to the Chubby Checkdown podcast, episode number 2. I'm your host, Brady,
Co-host Hudson.
and today we're going to get into a bunch of topics. The Super Bowl, we got one of our friends, Jackson, coming in for a segment of his parlay picks for the Super Bowl. We're going to dive into the NBA, talk a little bit about the Luka trade, maybe the De'Aaron trade, and all the other trades that happened in the NBA, the All-Star selection, the All-Star teams. Our other buddy, Chicken, is now selecting his new favorite NFL team, who he's going to be a fan of, and I don't know about that one. And obviously, head into my inspirational quotes and life stories of the day. But Hudson, how's your day been, buddy?
It's been pretty good. Drove down to Lexington, went to Dick's, got me a new hat.
There you go.
Still wondering about the Mavericks GM. Make sure his house is okay. I don't know if it's still there. If someone's burnt down.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, but it's been a pretty good day. Weather's warm in Lexington, like 70 degrees. So you walk around in shorts. Been nice. Been a nice day.
Buddy, this Kentucky weather's something else.
It's crazy. You got 70s today, and the next week so it's a snow Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like, it's crazy. Like, why?
I don't know. I'll never understand it, but today felt amazing, and I enjoyed it. I spent half the day inside working, but
Hey, you know what it felt like?
What?
Felt like some baseball weather. I'm excited.
Yeah, it did. It did.
I'm excited for baseball. Real excited.
All right, so I know we talked a little bit about the Super Bowl, our last podcast on episode 1, but we're really going to get into the details of me and Hudson's our honest opinion about the Super Bowl between the Chiefs and the Eagles. What do you think?
I mean, as long as it's a close game, the referees don't get involved. That'd be my number one priority here. Good game. I'd like to go to overtime. Good Super Bowl halftime show. Kendrick Lamar hopefully puts on a good show. If he puts on a good show and it's a good game, I'm not gonna be mad. Especially if I hit some parlays. Especially if Jackson Fannin over here cooks me up some good parlays so I can hit so I can win some money on the Super Bowl. I'll be a happy man.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of people saying they ain't gonna watch the Super Bowl, man. It's just you're gonna watch the Super Bowl.
If you don't watch the Super Bowl, you're stupid. Like it's a stupid thing. Like they don't care if their ratings are going down.
Exactly. It happens one time a year, dude. Just watch it. Sure, it's the Chiefs. Sure, you're gonna see Taylor Swift on the Jumbotron and on your TV. Who cares? Just watch it.
I just like if you really think the ratings are going to go down and like that's going to think the NFL is going to change things, it's not going to. They're going to still call the same way. Like it's not. Okay, here's my thing. If you complain about the referees right now, like how they scripted or whatever, then how if you really want change, you're going to have to script it again to go against the Chiefs. It just doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense of why people are like, oh, I'm not going to watch it and make the ratings go down, so they change things. You're just going to have to basically script it and screw the Chiefs out. It don't make any sense.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I feel like the Eagles are going to win it just because of their run game and how strong they are up front. But I do feel like there's going to be a lot of calls. It's going to cause some commotion. Definitely on Twitter. But
thing about it is, people will complain no matter what. That's the real problem. I mean, they might get one good call. Chiefs or Eagles might get 10, and it still be off. Chiefs didn't get that one call. Chiefs. I mean, I get it. Like it's frustrating. Chiefs winning each week, but I mean, I don't know. I hate blaming the referees all the time. I can't stand it. Yeah, especially boycotting the Super Bowl. It's just stupid.
No. Eat some food. We support food on the pod.
Yeah, we support food. This is Chubby Checkdown podcast, son. I'm eating some wings, some pizza. You kidding me? That's the whole purpose of the Chubby Checkdown podcast is to eat. That's my check.
So now, on episode 2, we have a very knowledgeable member in the football world coming in here. Really all sports. But I'll let him introduce himself. But
what's going on?
What do you say, Hunter?
Nothing. So what are we talking about?
Super Bowl. We're going to give our thoughts about the Super Bowl right now. It's disappointing Super Bowl, but it is what it is. Still going to watch it.
Yeah. So what? What have you guys covered? Your predictions or
No, we ain't done predictions yet. All we've done, I was just complaining about people complaining and saying they're not going to watch Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, they're going to watch it.
They're going to watch it. It's stupid. It's a stupid thing to say.
Yeah.
If you don't watch it, man, it's just you're missing the only game. It only happens once a year. You're gonna have to watch it.
Another thing missing is the last football game of the year. I mean, it's a sad day, really, for me.
It's a terrible day.
Terrible day. You don't no longer is there football until September or August if you want to count some college. But
yeah,
sad day to watch it go. So I'm gonna watch it. It's the last game. Yeah, but I think the Eagles have a good shot as long as you just got to keep the referees out. Like I said last podcast, keep the referees out of the game. Stay true to your game, aka run the ball and tush push. And I mean, I really do. I don't think the Chiefs are that good this year. They definitely took a step back this year.
I'm afraid of the coaching aspect with Nick Sirianni versus Andy Reid. I really am.
Well, a lot of Eagles fans wanted to fire Sirianni, a couple weeks ago. It's kind of crazy, but
I think Andy Reid can coach a circle around them, but
definitely. I mean, some of the plays the Chiefs draw up are just crazy,
stupid,
and for
draw them up on the spot.
For Andy Reid to be as old as he is, and he still changes his playbook week to week, you don't get that very often in the NFL. You usually get those stubborn old head or coaches. And they just sit there and do the same play over and over. Look at Arthur Smith. Same play over and over. That daggone halfback toss. Andy Reid's been coaching for how many years, and he's still throwing in the tight end, the little pop pass or whatever it's called, the little toss. I love it. It's one of the best plays I've seen in a while.
Right.
Other than tush push, I guess, if you want to call that a good design, I guess. I don't know.
That's a terrible design. That's the worst play in football.
I hate the tush push.
The man who came up with that needs his job taken.
Well, no, I mean, it's worked. It's just I can't stand it.
I thought you're not allowed to get behind and push the quarterback. I thought that was a rule.
That's just high school. Yeah, I don't like this rule, really. I mean, I think if my wide receivers held up on the goal line and I come in and just clean the whole pile down and they go into the end zone, that should be a touchdown.
It should.
But in high school, it's technically a flag.
Yeah. So not a big fan of it. You think the tush push success is from the Eagles' offensive line being so dominant, or Jalen Hurts being able to squat 600 pounds?
That's also that helps a lot. But I mean, you look around the league and it's every quarterback, every team's doing it besides the Pittsburgh Steelers. Anyways, every team's running a tush push, some type of form of a tush push, and I think it's teams not really stopping it the way I think they should try to stop it. I'm just saying right now, if I'm a linebacker, I'm going right for the legs of Jalen Hurts and whatever quarterback is. I'm twisting. I'm playing dirty. If I'm just gonna keep getting tush push like the Commanders, 5 tush pushes in a row or whatever it was, and kept jumping off sides, I'm not doing it.
They tried their hardest to stop it. They just couldn't.
I think we got to bring back 80s football. I'm just telling you right now, if 80s football was right now, the tush push would never even be a thing. People wouldn't even try it. They'd be like, we're gonna get our quarterback killed if we do it.
Yeah.
Imagine Mean Joe Green stopping a tush push. He's gonna stop it. He's gonna twist. He's gonna break ankles. He's gonna break legs.
He's gonna hurt you.
We got too soft.
We got too feel soft. It. Yeah, the league is definitely way too soft.
I don't get the whole purpose. I know Troy Polamalu used to be good at jumping over the line and trying to tackle him, but Jalen, you're never gonna be able to do Jalen Hurts that way, like how he did Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
That Jalen Hurts squats 600 pounds. He's gonna just keep driving his feet, and then he's got somebody pushing him. It's just you need to quit going over the top, because if you think about it, physics wise. You go over the top, you don't have anything to stop. If they got somebody pushing them and then you jump and hit them, you're going to pause them for a second, and then they're going to have something to push them, just keep going forward, because you're not going to have a feet in the ground and drive, because you're going to be up in the air.
Once you get over top, then you have to worry about getting them down on the ground. And Jalen squatting 600 pounds, it's difficult.
With tight ends pushing them, it's a crazy aspect, especially for people to jump. I don't like the jumping. But I will say the Chiefs Sperano has he gets that Chiefs defense right. I mean, they stopped Buffalo. Buffalo just kept doing it. it wasn't really a tush push. It was more of a quarterback sneak, but they stopped it like 4 times. So
Yeah.
We'll see. We might be able to see a stop. But the problem is, if it's not 4th down and they stop it, they're just going to do it again. And then it's going to be a touchdown.
I think they're going to stop it a few times, but I don't think they're going to have a successful night stopping the tush push, especially on the goal line.
No. I think it's crazy how much they get down to the goal line. Like, I don't see a team ever get down on the 1 so much.
No.
I swear they fall on purpose and like, yeah, we're going to tush push this. Because, it's every game. There's a tush push.
But
like, I get it on
it,
4th and 1.
Yeah, if you're on the goal line and you're just going to tush push instead of throw the ball, your success rate of a play getting into the end zone is way higher than actually trying to throw the ball or run the ball when you're running back 5 yards behind you. If you're running under center.
Yeah, everyone's learned not to throw the ball on the window out of the Super Bowl from recent experience.
Pete Carroll. Hey, maybe he'll bring that to the Raiders. Hey, if you're listening to this, Raiders front office, please take Russell Wilson. We would love for you to take him. I would hate to. I'd miss him so much. Just please sign him.
You don't think they're going to draft one?
No, I hope they sign Russell Wilson.
Is that the Steeler fan in you, or is that just?
That's the Steeler fan in me.
Okay.
They brought back the same OC that Russell played under. They brought in Pete Carroll. Why not?
It's a good fit. It's a great fit.
And sit your rookie quarterback, because I hate how they just throw rookie quarterbacks out there just to die basically now. Every good quarterback set when they first get drafted. You got
Burrow literally died.
Burrow, see, he got thrown and then got hurt. Now it still bothers him.
Legs dead.
That's what I'm saying. Tom Brady set, Ben set. It's just I don't like just throwing quarterbacks out there just to try to get some hopeful plays out of them. You need to let them learn in the NFL.
Unless your name's Jane Daniels
or CJ Stroud.
Yeah. But
I think in today's game, as much as they protect the quarterbacks, then
that's a good point. Yeah, and they do like to call some roughing passers.
Put the pillow out and a blanket and lay them on it.
One thing we can talk about is just now breaking news. The Rams have informed Cooper Kupp that he's going to be traded this offseason.
Pittsburgh sounds good.
Pittsburgh sounds great. That's what I hear.
I've seen something. Tyreek Hill had a interview with the Steelers. So
he had a Steeler helmet in like some type of office or something of his. So maybe I'd love it.
It'd be nice.
I just want to see a good receiver. I love Pickens, but I want to see a dominant.
I think Tyreek Hill would help if you're going to really go fully Justin Fields.
I don't know. I'm still not sold on our defense. You can't play good for like 7 weeks of the year and then just fall off.
Highest paid defense in the league started sucking at the end of the year.
Yeah,
and we just didn't do like anything. Like we didn't fire the DC. We're keeping the same DC. We're just keeping the same staff around them. Actually, we lost a linebacker coach. It's just stupid. I just don't understand how you can keep doing the same thing and be like, oh yeah, this is going to change this year. We're going to be the number 1 defense again. No, this Terrell Austin just doesn't know how to blitz. That's just how it comes down to.
I'm a big Mike Tomlin fan, so I'm not one of those Steelers fans that wants to get rid of him.
No, you can't get rid of Mike Tomlin. I had the little week or so that I was like, oh, let's fire him. I'm tired of him. But I think you can definitely fire the DC around him, in my opinion.
He doesn't call – he's not one of the head coaches that is also calling plays on offense or defense.
No, he's
just he's a vibes guy.
He's a vibes guy. He controls the game. And I'm sure he gives input. Like, I don't know the whole background. I'm sure he gives input, but like, it's not like they have to do what he says.
Andy Reid calls the plays for their offense.
Yeah,
like you could tell that when Eric, what's his name, Bieniemy, their so-called offensive coordinator, got the head coach job, and he stuck it up.
Oh,
that shows you who is actually calling the plays.
Yeah, Big Andy. He's coming back. Eric's making a comeback. I forgot where he signed to. He signed somewhere to be like a running back coach or something. He's back in the NFL, so props to him, I guess.
All right, Hunter. Real question though. What is your Super Bowl prediction?
My Super Bowl prediction?
Yep.
I got the Eagles. Yeah. I just don't think the Chiefs defense. I think the Eagles have a much better defense than the Chiefs do. I'll say that.
100%. 100%.
Then again, I mean, I'm not a huge Patrick Mahomes fan. I mean, I'm a fan of his game, but I'm just tired of him winning all the time. It's just like another Brady situation.
Everybody hated Brady. But the thing about it is, once Brady left, everybody was like, okay, maybe Brady wasn't that bad. I've seen started liking Brady now that he's retired.
He's one of those guys that you hate, but you appreciate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like you hate that he won, but you appreciate like what he done for football.
I mean, yeah,
he's just like
changed quarterbacks. Changed quarterbacks for sure. He's definitely his announcing game is getting better. I'll give him that. He's getting better by the week, every week.
Yeah, he's definitely no Tony Romo, but
no, he ain't no Tony Romo.
Tony Romo's an idiot.
I mean,
yeah, he can call a game.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, if you can call, if there's 100 plays in a game and he calls out 75 plays of exactly what's going to happen, I think that's pretty good. He's crazy on that.
Who do you have?
Well, I got Eagles by 4.
Eagles by 4.
I got Eagles by 4.
I got the Eagles winning by a field goal, just like the Chiefs beat everybody by a field goal. It's going to happen to them. It's going to backfire. Eagles by 3.
I don't know. Jake Elliott's been struggling.
I don't care.
I would just rely on. It's just going to be. If I was someone in the Eagles calling shots, it's going to be Saquon's day.
You have to give it to Saquon.
Because I mean, Jalen Hurts, he's great on the ground, but just sometimes he throws some questionable passes. That's why you just got to rely on the offensive line and Saquon.
Yeah, I'd like to see.
I mean, their defense is going to do their job.
Yeah,
because the second half of the season they've stepped up big time.
They got stars everywhere on that defense, and then people that come up this year like Mitchell and Cooper came and played DB for them. They've stepped up. But I mean, Zach Braun, he's an animal. I don't know if you guys watch Zach Braun a lot, but I love how he plays.
He's a DPOY.
Well, if you watch an Eagles game, it's hard not to watch him because he's
exactly. Yeah.
Is he most improved player or DPOY?
We don't. I mean, NFL don't really do an most improved, but I mean, I've seen a couple things.
Have they announced it?
No, they ain't done it yet. I've seen a lot of
candidates.
I'm pretty sure it's the Saturday before the Super Bowl. Day before Super Bowl.
It is. I think a lot of things say it's PS2.
They posted the candidates on their Instagram.
The finalist.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys want to give picks for? I'll go pull that up, and we can give our picks for each thing if you guys want to.
Okay.
I mean, we can go ahead and do MVP if you guys want. We know who's up there. We got Lamar. Lamar's one of them. Josh Allen. That's really the two. That's Saquon. I think those are really the two that I think Lamar and Josh that I can see winning MVP.
It's gonna be Lamar.
It'll be one of those two that win. If it was up to me, and it's not because I'm a Steelers fan, but it would be between Josh Allen and Saquon. Just because Josh Allen, I mean, when you watch their games, you can tell he's the only reason they're winning. Saquon, I mean, yeah, you don't almost break the rushing record and not at least get considered for it.
I just don't see how, he should have broke the rushing record. If he didn't sit out, he breaks it. So I don't see how you can say that man, he didn't break it, so he shouldn't win MVP. He should definitely be MVP, in my opinion. Sure. But the league we're in, it's.
And I mean, Lamar Jackson's great. Don't get me wrong, but you got to think he had Derrick Henry.
All right,
and Josh Allen did have James Cook, but Derrick Henry is way better than James Cook.
So the MVP finalists are Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, and Lamar Jackson. As a non-biased Steelers fan, I think Lamar Jackson will win MVP this year.
Lamar to win it, but he's definitely going to win it just because he literally had video game numbers this year.
Well, I mean, if you're going based on numbers, Joe Burrow should win. He led the league in everything.
But he didn't win. Though. So I don't know.
But I mean, really, Lamar didn't win. There's only going to be one team that wins. I mean, really.
That's a good point.
So, but
I just the way the voters are gonna vote, because it's not like actual players that vote. It's like the media. It's gonna be Lamar. Coach of the year, you got Dan Campbell, Kevin O'Connell, Sean Payton, Dan Quinn, and Andy Reid.
I think he goes Sean Payton. Just for how he turned it around.
I like the Sean Payton, but I honestly, in my opinion, I don't know if this counts before postseason, but Dan Quinn going to the conference championship with that rookie quarterback, I think that would be my personal pick.
Yeah. I don't know. I would almost want if they could include coordinators.
They do. It's on here.
Okay, but I'm saying for just coach of the year. For coach of the year. I think Ben Johnson played a bigger role than Dan Campbell.
Yeah, I do too. He's just one of them.
What Cliff Kingsbury did with Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, that definitely will.
I mean, head coach is important too. Like Andy Reid, he calls plays. So I don't know.
Did Dan Quinn call defense?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean he was good in Dallas.
Dan Quinn was calling something, son.
But I mean, he
was making wonders.
He just didn't really have the players.
No, they're a good quarterback.
I mean, most of their defense was old. Like they signed Lattimore, but he's old. They have Bobby Wagner.
Frankie Louvu.
You got Louvu.
He is a dog.
Jonathan Allen on the D-line.
They just play together.
They have De'Aaron Payne still, or did they get rid of him?
Yeah, no, they still have Payne. Him and Jonathan Allen fight each other all the time.
I've seen that. I thought they got rid of him because of it, but
no, they're still together. I like it. They were college roommates or something.
Yeah.
Assistant coach of the year. Here's the coordinators. You got Joe Brady, Vic Fangio, Brian Flores, Aaron Glenn, and Ben Johnson. I mean, I think that's easy.
There's two of them.
I think there's two.
Ben and Joe.
There's one obvious one. But I think it's Brian Flores and
Brian Flores. I do too. I don't think Joe Brady. I like Joe Brady. He can be a head coach, but I don't think he's he's not that top dog yet. I
hate that the Steelers had Brian Flores.
I know.
And didn't utilize him.
No, we put him at linebacker coach and then said, "No, you want to go to get a DC job? All right, see you later." But we still got DC. Still the same DC. Crazy. But yeah, I think Ben Johnson's going to win that easy. Comeback player of the year. Joe Burrow, Sam Darnold, J.K. Dobbins, Christian Gonzalez, and DeMar Hamlin. You know who it's going to be.
Yeah. But
it's so stupid.
It should be Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Well, Joe Burrow, he's been Joe Burrow. Sam Darnold has not always been Sam Darnold that he was.
That's one thing I don't like about this award. I'd rather have an MIP, most improved player, and then a comeback player. A comeback player as in from injury, most improved from just being sucky to come in to be a superstar. That's why I don't like this one award. I don't like how they group it together. But
I mean, if Joe Burrow doesn't win MVP, he should win comeback player of the year. He should win something.
Should
offensive player of the year.
Yeah, he probably will win offensive player of the year. But I think voter wise they're going to go to DeMar Hamlin because got to, I guess, even though he sucks. Defensive player of the year, you got Zach Braun, Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, Patrick Surtain, and T.J. Watt.
It was T.J. first half of the year.
It was T.J. for a long minute.
But I think it's Pat.
I think it's Pitts too.
Yeah,
just
I love Zach Braun, but
the caliber of wide receivers that he shut down this year, that list is insane.
He played a really good year.
He did, and that Broncos defense played great for. Yeah, I mean, you can't even really name most of their players. You got that Nick Bonadito. He came out this year, but I mean, other than that, there's Benito. Yeah, there's not a lot of them, not a lot of players on that defense that you're like, man, that's a superstar. PS2 is one of them. He shuts them down.
Next year,
that good D lineman. I don't know his name, but I could pick him out of a lineup.
Next year, when we're doing this again, and we're talking about the awards, and we're talking about the lineman, the best lineman of the year, when they finally bring that out, go watch Jason Kelsey's TV show. Roger Goodell confirmed it that it's going to happen.
Was it called The Shield? Is that what they said? The Shield?
Yes.
Isn't that what Whitworth said?
Whitworth was like putting it in. He goes, you know what? That's a good idea.
That'd be awesome.
They don't have one. They don't have one for offensive linemen.
No.
And
you can't win an award. You can't even win an award right now. You're gonna.
If they did have it, who do you guys think the finalists would be?
Penei Sewell.
5. Let's do 5.
Penei Sewell, Lane Johnson.
Are we including just O-linemen?
Yeah.
Whitworth said only tackles because they have the hardest jobs.
I don't agree with that. I mean, they do. Don't get me wrong, but you can't just include tackles.
I mean, the centers call out the protections.
That's what I was going to say. Creed Humphrey, in our top 5.
Quentin Nelson.
They did double team.
I would almost say Jordan Mailata had a better year than Lane Johnson.
See, okay, that's one thing I saw. Like, he was mad about not being All-Pro, but then like you go back and watch film because he says he had 0 sacks allowed. You go back and watch the film. I watched, like, I saw in the replies there was like 3 or 4 that was definitely sacked. I don't know who was keeping stats for the Eagles, but they were inflating his numbers.
But Jordan Mailata had the highest PFF grade of any player in the NFL this year.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think Penei Sewell wins it. Either way.
I mean, yeah, probably because I think he only allowed 1 sack or something crazy.
He's good.
He is good.
Who's their other tackle?
Oh, who was I gonna say? It's the rookie that shut down
Taylor Decker.
Yeah, Taylor Decker is the other tackle. Who's the rookie tackle that shut down TJ this year? Joe Alt. Joe Alt, man, he's gonna be good one day in this league.
He's gonna be good.
Just so you know, he did not shut down TJ. I was at that game.
He kind of shut
down. TJ had 2 sacks that day.
At the end.
Yeah.
Garbage time stats.
Still on Joe Alt.
I mean, it's still on Joe Alt, but yeah, I think Joe Alt will be a good tackle one day in this league. So we did DPOY. You guys want to do all right? Offensive Player of the Year is Saquon Barkley, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, and Lamar Jackson.
I really don't know how. If you could give it to any of those, and I wouldn't be mad over it.
That's a good point.
I think it's Saquon. So it's either Saquon or Burrow because those two are the best offensive.
Jamar Chase led in everything. He had triple crown.
Yeah, triple crown. Jamar Chase.
Yeah, but Burrow, he don't get that without Burrow.
Maybe Burrow doesn't lead in everything without Jamar Chase.
Well, it's a.
That's a what if. What? You can't.
I'm fine with both. They're both my team. I mean, I don't care. It's just Jamar don't catch those without Burrow, and Burrow don't get those stats without Jamar.
So do you think? Just a question.
Okay, wait. Jamar can get that without Burrow.
I was going to say Jamar definitely could.
If Jamar goes to like the Bills or the Chiefs,
but there's very very few quarterbacks he could get that with.
Yeah. But he's not getting it with Lamar. I'm going to say that.
I mean, then again, Cooper Kupp got it with Matt Stafford. So
yeah,
but Matt Stafford's good. He's so underrated.
He's the most underrated quarterback that's walked through the NFL.
But I was going to ask you. So back on this Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, do you think, and I've been, surveying around to see what people think, do you think Joe Burrow is as good as Joe Burrow is because he's got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins? Or do you think they're as good as they are because they have Joe Burrow?
Because they have Joe Burrow.
You think so? So you think you think he has a bigger impact on them than they do on him?
Yeah, okay. So listen, when you watch Joe's like he's like Allen and Pat, where he can extend a play and take nothing into something. Obviously, you can have good receivers, but like if you put mediocre receivers out there, he's still going to find the spot. He's a guy that's going to eat your defense alive, hitting your open pockets, and he's just going to sit there and do it over and over and over and over and over until you get sick and tired of it. Obviously, he's not been his full – I don't think he's in his full capability of a football player because of the pressure he gets every single play and every single down from our offensive line being so bad. Now, granted, this year he was sacked, I think, second most, but like it didn't feel that much because he can actually move around now. He wasn't dealing with the calf injury. He wasn't dealing with his hand. He can actually move around, throw some balls. But I think, don't get me wrong, Jamar and T. Higgins are going to be great without Joe Burrow either way. But I think they don't get the success that they have so far without Joe Burrow unless they go to Pat or unless they go to Josh or Matt Stafford, honestly.
That's I don't know. I watched the Steelers all year, and I don't know if you put Joe Burrow on the Steelers if he has, I would say, half as good as production as what he did with the Bengals.
All right.
So the Steelers have George Pickens who can run a go route.
That's it.
And we have nothing else.
That's it.
We don't know how to use Darnell Washington. I swear, if they would utilize Darnell Washington, he's first touchdown of the season for the Steelers was to him, and
I think so.
Never targeted him again in the red zone.
Burrow loves his tight ends. Mike Gesicki got so many targets. He loves his tight ends. He will find the tight end, especially if he's 6'7". That just makes it even better. 6'8", even better.
He's huge. He just boxed out that corner that was guarding him, and he couldn't do anything about it.
Couldn't do anything about it. Hey, Hunter, I bet you're going to like this one. So you know how we just didn't run a quarterback sneak like we did like 2 or 3 times with Russell? Imagine putting Darnell Washington under center and doing a tush push.
It would be insane.
It'd be insane. You can't
under center?
You can't stop it. Ravens do it with Mark Andrews.
Just line him up behind Justin Fields.
Yeah, and just let him push. Exactly. It's just crazy. We just don't use the man.
I've watched him one-on-one block Myles Garrett in games that they've had, and he's held his own. And Myles Garrett's up for Defensive Player of the Year.
So my take on the Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. The thing about it, the way I look at it is, would you say Jamar Chase had a good year last year?
No.
But like not this year, like right now, like the year that Joe got hurt.
No, he got 1,000 yards, but like if you're a good receiver, you're going to get 1,000 yards.
But a good year for Jamar is like a year he just had.
So my thing is, with a backup quarterback with Jake Browning, they went 9-8. What'd they do with a healthy Joe Burrow all year? 9-8. I'm just saying.
That's defense.
You guys didn't get that much worse on defense. Who'd you lose from last year to this year?
We played a hell of a lot worse. We had no starting D lineman shown in rankings, and we lost DJ Reader, which was our key piece to our interior lineman on defense. Which you saw us.
What's his name was out most of the year, wasn't he? Logan Wilson.
He was out the last half of the season.
When
they
started winning.
Yeah. And that was our key tackler, and we have one of the youngest DB rooms that literally play stupid. Either Cam Taylor-Britt's locking you up, or he is getting burned off the line and getting toasted.
I'm not gonna argue with you because they do have a terrible defense. If the Steelers can drop 40 on them, they have an awful defense.
Or 114
yards. And Tufo Lafu, I don't know what his name is. That Samoan guy on the D line. He's a second-year guy, and he sucks. He is terrible. And you got Sheldon Rankin, who was supposed to be so good that now we're not going to sign back because he literally played, I think, 3 games, and he got in there and did nothing.
Hey, all I know is welcome to 9-8 land, buddy.
Buddy. We shouldn't be this bad. We should not be 9-8.
NFL purgatory. No.
All right, let's move on to Jackson Fannon's picks, his parlays for the Super Bowl.
Oh, hello? Y'all hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
What's going on?
I'm ready to win some money.
Win some money?
I'm ready to win some money.
I got you on that. I got paper here just for it.
All right, let's see it.
Oh, you put me on the spot like this. All right. So I got a over plus 2,000. It's a long shot, but it's a lock. I'm telling you. We got a Saquon anytime touchdown. That's automatic every day. Then we got Patrick Mahomes over 29.5 rushing yards. We know he can run the ball. It's stupid. He shouldn't. Kareem Hunt over 43.5 rushing yards. He gets a lot of touches. Just like me and you talked about, Hudson. An insane amount for no reason. But he's had success. Travis Kelce under 60.5 receiving yards. He ain't done nothing. He's kind of sucked all year. Then we got Saquon over 12.5 receiving yards. I think we know we can hit that. Then Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 passing touchdowns. And that's the last of it. That's plus 2,377. I think it's a lot.
So, Hunter, how do you feel about that parlay? I like it.
The full parlay?
I think it is a little long, but
it is. I made a long shot.
There's definitely some in there that I feel like is a lock. The Mahomes over 29.5. He'll have probably one rush for 30 yards.
Saquon easy.
That's just how it happens. Saquon easy. I'm not sold on the Kareem Hunt just because I feel like Isaiah Pacheco's almost back to 100%.
He had 7 carries, 13 yards last week.
Yeah, he didn't do much.
2 weeks ago.
But
I like Travis Kelce under. I do.
I love it. Bet the under on him, son.
He's done nothing this year.
I'm tired of him. He ain't done anything.
Terrible. I don't know. I'm happy though.
I'm happy. Go ahead.
I'm happy for it. Give me Travis Kelce. Have a terrible season. I'm smiling. You're gonna see me back, kicking my feet up, smiling, watching him drop every ball, not get targeted. Taylor's up there crying.
How you guys feel about him taunting though? He taunts so much and just never gets called.
Bad.
He got fined like $12,000 this week because he taunted and didn't get called. Like, oh wow, that really helped the Bills out right there. That $12,000. Yeah. Stupid, but yeah, I like that parlay, and I thought if I'm guessing correctly, you have another parlay for when we drop this episode that night basketball, right?
Yeah, which is tomorrow night, I think, Tuesday.
Yep,
Tuesday night.
Yep.
I got a college basketball money line parlay plus 643. So we're taking Kentucky money line. They're on the road, but we know we can win. We sucked against Arkansas. I've never seen DJ Wagner do that in his life. I don't know. No excuses, though. Then we got Notre Dame. And then we got Drake money line. And that's it for that one. It's just 3. I think Notre Dame can beat Florida State easily.
Okay, I was going to say who's Notre Dame got. So they got Florida State. Yeah, I like that. Who's did you say Duke?
Drake.
Who you got? Who's Drake play?
I'm trying to remember. Let me check it real quick. Let me just check.
I mean, for the most part, I like that college basketball parlay. I mean, Kentucky's definitely destined for a bounce back game. I feel like they got something to prove.
Oh, they play Murray State.
Oh, okay. Drake's got Murray State in the bag.
Yeah, it's like negative 194.
I mean, Kentucky, I felt like a lot of them after that Arkansas game, a lot of them took it to heart. I mean, even though they weren't obviously you have Travis and Trent that grew up with the Coach Cal. The rest of them, they really never it. To most of them, it wasn't really much different than just playing another SEC game. But for some reason, they all took it very hard, and I like that about them. I mean, they really care about their program. I think I saw Jackson Robinson in press conferences, he just had his hood up and just walking around like he just didn't want to be there, and I love that about him. I think that's Mark Pope for you. I think Mark Pope brings his guys in, and they buy into the program, which I love. So
they do. And Jackson Robinson, he's been going off lately.
He has been going off.
I love it.
Jackson Robinson. At the beginning of the year, man, I was like, man, Jackson Robinson's just not not who I thought he was, but he stepped up. Amari Williams.
That was an insane game.
He has stepped up. He's the only one that really plays for him anymore. I mean, other than Jackson. I love Amari. I've always liked Amari. He had a couple of rough games, but I mean, I think it's like the past 4 or 5 games he's had a double-double.
I was never a fan until the Arkansas game. I was always a big fan of Garrison. That was my big man to go to. But after watching that dude, after watching the whole team not be able to score the ball, and then you give that man, which to be fair, I don't know how do you even pronounce his name?
Big Z.
So, Big Z. He could not guard a statue standing in the middle of a room if I had a basketball in his hand. He couldn't do it.
Yeah,
it's true. But the thing about it is, like, Big Z, he didn't hit any threes either, and then he came in and hit threes. So I mean, he had a few for us last year, but I mean that team came in and just sparked up. I mean, that they wanted it for Cal. Plus, the Kentucky guys, they really wanted it, period. And they were getting so much crap talked to them during the pregame. I wasn't there. Tried to go. Kentucky student tickets sucked, but I mean, that student section, they were in there like there was kids that stayed overnight to get into that game.
Wow.
And once they got in there, man, and they saw the Arkansas players, they let them have it. And I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the clip, but after the game, the former Kentucky players, they were walking through the tunnel and they were just giving it to fans. I mean, they were saying, we are Kentucky, blah, blah, blah. And then Calipari's like, get back to the locker room. I really like that about Cal. I respect him for that. Always will. But I don't know. It was a tough game. I felt like it was a trap game. It was just one of those games I knew we were going to lose.
Yeah, when you average 60-some points, you come in and drop 80 in Rupp.
89, yeah.
That shot the lights out on us.
But that's about how every trash team does. They come in the Rupp and just
I expected Adu to play pretty good. DJ Wagner, I didn't see nothing in him.
He didn't. He didn't play good in the first half. He had 0 points. We were boxing him like a fish, like the kids say in Fortnite. And then all of a sudden, he just comes out and just crazy.
Adu has surprised me more than anybody. How much better of a basketball player he's became.
I think that's just the team. It's just the team around him. I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, they realized, okay, we don't have as many good players as we did in Kentucky. They had to give the ball to Reed. They had to give the ball to Justin Edwards. They had to give the ball to Rob. I mean, he's basically the entire team over there because DJ can't score. Big Z can barely score. And so they give him the ball, say, here, go drive to the rim, get fouled, bada bing, bada boom.
And if he can, did he have?
I don't know.
It felt like every time.
It was. If he can develop a 3-point shot, that's first round top 10 pick. Well, Jackson, we appreciate you.
I appreciate
you. Hopefully we bring in a lot more parlays and hopefully win some money. That's my main goal here.
If I hit these, you gotta lock me in for this.
Before you leave, Jackson, how much are we putting on it?
Putting on it? For the Super Bowl one, I say 5. 5's gonna win you like 100 there. It's pretty good.
What about 25?
25? I don't know how much that's gonna win you, but it's gonna be a lot. Throw it on
I'm betting
there.
25.
If you got that money, put it on there.
I got a $25 DraftKings gift card that I got for Christmas. I have not opened yet. I'm gonna bet your parlay. I'm gonna bet on you.
Wow. The full 25?
Full 25.
Oh,
that's gonna win you a lot of money.
Now I will give some advice here. We're not experts, and if you're not comfortable betting the money, then don't bet the money.
Bet it.
Just
put the house on it.
Put the house on it.
If you lose it, buy another.
That's a good point. Well, we appreciate you having you on here, Jackson, and
thank you for letting me on here.
Well, hopefully we continue and get more podcast or more parlays from you.
I'll keep them coming.
Have a good day. So, boys,
Adu went 10 for 12 from the free throw.
That's stupid.
I mean, 12 free throws is just crazy.
All right.
I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, Brady, Travis Kelce will not go under. Last year, terrible season, 93 yards in the Super Bowl. He shows up in the Super Bowl. Listen,
he does.
You can hate him. Listen, Brady, you can hate him if you want to. Me personally, I like Travis Kelce. Sorry, I don't like that they always show Taylor Swift, but I like Travis Kelce.
Don't get me wrong.
Go ahead.
I like Travis, just not on the football field. Like I watch New Heights podcast. I watch all their stuff.
Is it because you're a Bengals fan?
Yeah.
Obviously. Well,
I just don't like him. I mean, he's great. Don't get me wrong. And
it's one of those. You don't like him, but you respect him.
Exactly.
I just don't see him going under in the Super Bowl.
I think
last year he had like 900 and some yards over the season and 93 in the Super Bowl. This year he's had like 860 something. He'll show up in the big game.
See, I personally thought he'd show up against the Bills because the Bills are like notorious for letting them run wild. But I'm going to check right now. I think he only had like 2 catches in that game. That's what makes me think he might, if the Eagles, especially with that Eagles defense, he was 2 catches, 19 yards.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do 4.
So
I do agree.
He's been doubled, Mahomes doesn't have many options.
No, exactly. That's why I think they will eventually force feed Travis Kelce in the Super Bowl.
I think if things get uncomfortable in the Super Bowl and it's not going well, I think they're going to start running plays for Travis because that's Mahomes' most experienced guy catching his balls and run the plays. They're going to make something. They're going to do something with him and get him open and some yards.
And I just don't see. I might see Pacheco getting 40, whatever it was, 47.5, but
40. Yeah, something like that.
Kareem Hunt, their backup, going against the Eagles defense in the Super Bowl.
What was that? I didn't hear that part. What was
Kareem's? It was over 47 and 46, something like that, yards.
Okay, maybe I might not bet Jackson's parlay.
I mean, it's a good parlay. You could just flip some of them.
Yeah.
Like I would flip both. I would flip those 2 that we just talked about.
I would probably
take Kelce over, Hunt under.
I would take over Kelce and just get rid of Hunt, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I do. Yeah, I mean, I'll drop the odds, but I do agree the Hunt. I mean, he had 17 carries, 64 yards against the Bills, but that's the Bills. So.
But that Mahomes over 29.5, whatever it was, that's going to hit.
Yep. I think you're right. He will get a 30-yard run just randomly.
It won't hit if I put my money on it because I have the worst luck. But if I don't bet on it, it'll hit.
You think you have the worst luck? You want me to screenshot my DraftKings deposits right now and show you how many things I've lost?
I've got the worst luck. You just got bad discipline.
Ooh.
You gamble a lot more than I do.
I don't gamble that much anymore.
I was bad for a little bit. I was bad for a long time.
He was terrible.
Yeah,
I do like one every 4 weeks, but I put like $25 on one.
They drop
I don't remember that high.
They drop like all the games. They would put like $5 on all their games that they would think.
Oh,
every week.
Whoa. No, we wouldn't put $5. So what I would do
$1?
is, what I would do is I'd go like on a random week, I'd go money line and pick whoever I thought was going to win each game, and then I'd put like 50 cents or whatever my odd like amount was in my account, and I would take it. I almost hit for $500 off of like 75 cents one day.
Well, that's not that bad then. I didn't know
the only one. You know what game sold me? The Bengals. So it's just, of course, they just had to sell me. I don't even remember what game it was, but
the season opener.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. That was tough. But yeah, it was one of those random games that you guys lost to, and I thought you guys would win. Then you guys lost. So it was like mid-season. But yeah, that's my favorite thing to do. Yep.
Let's move into some NBA talk with the Luka trade. Thoughts?
It's great for the Lakers. Not so great for the Mavs. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think that's everyone's opinion on it.
I don't understand. Like I said at the beginning of the episode when I introduced myself, I don't understand how the GM's house is still standing. If I am a Dallas Mavericks fan, I'm burning down the stadium. I'm burning down the GM's house. I'm burning all kinds of things. I'm burning my own house down for being a Mavericks fan.
If you're that concerned about his conditioning, put him on a treadmill.
Well, and his ability to stay healthy.
They said he was listed at 230 last year and came in the spring training or spring practice, what do they call it? Team practices at the start of the year at 260. It's 30 pounds. He can look. He does basketball for a living. He can lose 30 pounds easy.
I don't know. I think this is going to be great for his career, just to be around LeBron.
Oh, true, 100%.
If I don't know, 5% of LeBron's tendencies for his care for his body wears off on Luka, it'll help him tenfold.
So my thing is, if you really are an NBA GM and you get concerned over Luka's conditioning, but you don't go to the head coach, the guy that coaches him every day, to ask for his advice for the trade, how can you say you were worried about his condition? You don't even know. Like, the coach hasn't said to you, hey, you might want to trade this guy. He's getting bad conditioning. He's not going to be here forever. You just need to go ahead and get rid of him. They didn't even tell Jason Kidd.
They didn't tell Jason Kidd that they were getting rid of Luka until after they'd done it.
Until after they'd done it.
It was a GM talk. Nobody's agent knew. Nobody's agent knew. It was just a GM talk.
That's the same guy that cost Nike getting Steph. Did you know that?
Really? No, I did not know that. The Mavs GM? The
Mavs GM done the presentation to Steph Curry and spelled his name wrong, and was during the whole presentation kept calling him Seth.
So the full trade was
Nike lost millions.
Yeah. The Lakers received Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris from the Mavericks. Dallas acquired Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick, and the Jazz received Jalen Hood, Shafino, and the Clippers 2025 second-round pick, and the Mavericks 2025 second-round selection. So, you get AD and Max Christie.
So, I'm a big AD fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because I like UK, but no one in their right mind would compare AD to Luka Doncic.
You don't trade
at this point in their career. Anyway.
You don't trade all NBA player for an all NBA player. You just don't do it, especially with. And one thing we got to get into, how the Mavericks screwed Doncic. He can't get a Supermax anymore. He loses $119 million off this trade.
He'll be right. He still gets
he'll make the money back.
$211 million or something.
He's still a Jordan. He's still a Jordan athlete too.
He's doing just fine.
So, go ahead.
They said he's eyeing on a 4-year extension worth around $229 million instead of a 5-year, $345 million.
He'll be all
So
right.
how do you think LeBron took it?
I think he loved it.
He loved AD.
Yeah, he also didn't know.
But I mean, do you think?
So they say.
Do you think that it's like a slap in the face to him? Not really like a slap in the face, but just them pretty much telling him that he can't carry the team anymore.
What this trade was telling LeBron, hey, we know you're ending your career. We're going to let you stay here as long as you want, but you can also leave because now this is Luka's team. This is his franchise now.
I mean, I would almost say the Lakers were already AD's team.
I mean, now, yeah.
I mean, AD was their best player before the trade.
But now it's literally passing the torch, literally, from LeBron to Luka, because now LeBron could play as many years now, and the Lakers can be fine with it because now they got their franchise guy. It's not going to be like, Ron, you got to go. We're going to have to do something, especially because he has a no trade clause, so he's going to leave LA in LA. Like he's going to leave the NBA.
So here's my thing. I don't think this is the best trade for the Mavs not even current, future. I mean, for the future, they're going to be. It was a terrible trade for the future, but I think honestly, I don't get why they did it. I mean, other than contract and conditioning, but honestly, their lineup ain't bad right now. I will give them that. You got Kyrie Irving starting point guard, Klay Thompson. I know he's old, but shooting guard. PJ Washington small forward, Anthony Davis power forward, Daniel Gafford at center, but also you can have Derek Lively there too. And then you got Spencer Dinwiddie off the bench.
They got the best big men rotation in the league. They're deep. They're deep, really deep. They're way deeper than the Lakers.
But I mean, I wouldn't say that this helped them for this year to make a playoff push because they don't get to the finals without Luka last year, and they had pretty much the same.
I agree. I don't understand how you can go from the finals last year to this year. Like, I get they were going 26 and 23 or something. Like, I understand. Like, yeah, it sucks, but you were dealing with injuries. I don't understand how you can get to the finals one year and then the next year trade away your star player. It makes zero sense.
Why do you put the load on a old Kyrie Irving?
Because Kyrie, there is no good guards there.
He's dribbling the ball every time now. It's just a hard thing to do. That he's just going to have to deal with. I'll never understand it.
What do you guys think about De'Aaron Fox getting moved? Kentucky players moving left and right. They're going left and right.
I think the Spurs are going to be good.
I love the Spurs
guy right now, but De'Aaron Fox he's one of those players that can, because he's so good. I mean, he's a great defensive player. He plays good defense and
he can score.
But is he going to be starting or is he going to be coming off the bench? Like, will he start it too? Because I don't think they bench Chris Paul.
No, they won't. They'll play him at 2.
Yeah, but they got DeJounte Murray.
I think
Chris Paul goes to the bench.
There's no way Chris Paul goes to the bench.
Chris Paul goes. No,
they don't have DeJounte Murray anymore. They got rid of him.
Who was it?
So they've got right now their starting lineup right now. ESPN has it wrong, in my opinion, but they have De'Aaron starting point guard right now, and then they have Chris Paul coming off the bench. I don't agree with. They got Stephon Cassell coming at shooting guard. He's a really good rookie, but I think you can move him to the bench or move Devin Vassell out. You move him to the bench, then you put De'Aaron at shooting guard, Chris Paul at 1, Stephon Cassell at small forward. You might play a little small ball there, but I think it's worth it. I mean, Stephon Cassell is 6'6".
You make it up when you have 7 foot, whatever he is, 4.
Then you've got Then you got Harrison Barnes at power forward with Jeremy Shohan and Keldon Johnson off the bench. I mean, that's pretty impressive. And then you got Victor, obviously. But I mean, I think ESPN's got that wrong. I think you start Chris Paul, you move De'Aaron to shooting guard, and then you move Stephon Cassell down to small forward. Easy.
Yeah.
I've not watched much of the Spurs this year. I thought, did they recently switch their starting lineup? Because I thought, didn't he used to start?
I thought he started at small forward, but right now they got Devin Vassell. Apparently he's averaging 16 points. I mean, look, I'm not the Devin Vassell.
No, he's good. Yeah, he's good. I think he's like a defensive player, though. He's like a shooter.
Averaging 16?
Like a spot up.
3 and D.
Move. You know the defense now in the NBA, dude? They leave them open.
No. Yeah.
Not down to 3, and you got...
But, I mean, De'Aaron's averaging 25 right now. 5 rebounds as a point guard and 6 assists. I mean, you can't bench that. And then Chris Paul.
Who'd the Kings get?
Oh, I'll read you full trade right here. I will say Chris Paul's only averaging 9 and 8 right now, which, I mean, for as old as he is, I don't think you bench him. But, I mean, I could see you for some games putting him on the bench. So, the Kings, they get Zach LaVine, City Cisco. Then they got 3 first-round picks. You got 1 in 2025 via the Hornets, which is, I will say, is lottery protected. I do know that off the top of my head. Then you got 2027 first-round pick via Spurs, and then the 2031 first-round pick for the Timberwolves. I mean, who even is the 2031? Who knows?
There's more first-round picks with this trade than there is the Luka trade.
Which is crazy.
Crazy.
Then you got 2025 second-round pick Bulls, 2028 second-round Nuggets, and then 2028 round pick Bulls. Second-round pick. So you get 3 first, 3 second, Zach LaVine, and City Cisco for De'Aaron Fox. Basically. That's pretty good.
Oh, my God. And they gave Luka up for a bag of chips.
And then the Bulls got Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and then their own 2025 first-round pick back. So basically, all that was the Bulls are tanking. That's just what the Bulls are. They're ready to go. They're ready to rebuild. So, I mean, I like to trade for all three of those teams, in my opinion. I just don't understand how you can trade away Luka for that, and then that goes for that, in my opinion. I think the trade market should go down this year now that the Luka trade happened, but it won't.
I mean, everyone and anyone's on the chopping block, I feel like.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you think there's any players that are untradeable?
Shea.
After what happened?
Shea.
I think Luka was probably one of the best players in the league. You can trade Shea, in my opinion.
Because he's getting a supermax this offseason. The Thunder already said it. You can't trade someone with a supermax. They're not going to get nobody.
But I mean, he's not untouchable. I think
he's not. Nobody is.
I think there would be two players that would be considered untouchable.
Here you go.
And it's just based on what they've accomplished. They get the respect to not be traded like that. And it would be LeBron and Steph.
Yeah.
Well, LeBron, no matter what.
A lot of them. Yeah, I was going to say a lot of the older guys have no trade clauses in there right now.
But I mean,
when Shea gets a supermax, he probably will get no trade.
LeBron dropped what? He's 40 years old, and he played.
He dropped
38 points. 33.
33. Yeah.
33, 11, and 12, or something like that.
Yeah.
That's
he still got it. He still got it.
He still has it.
Now, granted, the NBA is not like the greatest, but it's not like he's going out there and facing nobody on defense. He's dropped 33 on cat in the paint.
But just being 40 years old and being able to play with those 23, 24, 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
I mean, I know some 40-year-olds that, I mean, it's a fight for their life to get out of the couch. And he's dunking from the right inside the stripe. So, I mean, I don't know.
Hey, maybe Luka will learn a few things from LeBron about taking care of your body.
Yeah.
And investing into your body. I think this is a really good change for Luka.
But
moving forward,
I think LeBron is. We can discuss the greatest basketball player, whatever, but I think LeBron's the greatest athlete in their respected sport of all time. Just him being able to dominate and still be at the top of the conversations as being the best for as long as he has been is ridiculous.
I'm a big football guy. Like that's I live and breathe football. But and I'm a big MJ's GOAT, but I will say LeBron might be the best athlete out of any sport, in my opinion. I mean, Tom Brady's the GOAT in the NFL, as much as I hate to say it, but he wasn't an athlete. LeBron James, I mean, I know Tom played for a couple more years than LeBron, but LeBron, he still has a couple more years, he says. I mean, to play that sport as long as he has, it's pretty impressive. I'll give him that. What is it? How long has he played? 21, 22 years?
This is his 22nd
season. 2003.
2003 draft class. Yeah.
But the thing about LeBron is he could literally play any other sport and be just as good. He was a D1 athlete in football. He just didn't play football. Yeah. He didn't want it. Yeah. He could go straight to the NBA after high school, so that's what he did.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Hudson already said he thinks MJ's the GOAT, but I think LeBron's the GOAT. But that's a conversation for another day.
Thank you. I'm glad I have somebody on my side.
What, LeBron being the GOAT?
Yeah, listen, I will die on the hill of LeBron being the GOAT, and you can bury me under the ground. I don't care. I'll die.
I've said for a long time. I'd say since he came back 3-1 on the Warriors, that's when I was like, okay, he's the GOAT. Since then, but I mean, before that, I would, I'd sit on the fence.
3-1.
Well, 3-1.
Yeah, since the 3-1, he's been. You said you consider him the GOAT.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree, but I don't agree with him being the GOAT. I just think 6-0 in the finals, pretty good in my opinion.
So he's the greatest winner.
He's not.
It's the same way with Tom. It's the same way with Tom Brady, though.
Bill Russell's the greatest winner.
Exactly. Like every time we go into this conversation, we talk about the rings. Bill Russell. Okay, let's talk about stats.
Okay, but if you talk about the rings for Bill Russell, the immediate thing you're going to get is, well, he played against plumbers. And honestly, It's probably true. I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves. He played against HVAC workers.
Okay, but like, can you name, just out of curiosity, because I don't think I can you name 10 guys that Michael Jordan beat in the finals?
John Stockton, Karl Malone. Wait, no, that was the Western Conference Final. No, never mind. That was the final. So you got John Stockton, Karl Malone. Who else did he play?
The Pistons.
So was that the Bad Boys Pistons?
He didn't play the Pistons in the finals. They're in the Eastern Conference.
No, it's the Eastern Conference.
Yeah,
they played.
I'm pretty sure his first finals he won, he beat Magic at the end of his career.
Yeah, he did beat. Yeah, they did beat the Lakers.
And I mean, I know that you didn't grow up in that time, so it's unfair to ask you that.
And I don't like the Bulls.
But like, the talent that LeBron's had to play in the finals, just based on, I know there's no defense played, but the fact that pure scoring ability, he has beat Kevin Durant in the finals, the greatest scorer of all time. I don't care what you say, Kevin Durant scores the basketball better than anyone that's ever played. He can score anytime he wants.
I think Kobe scored better than KD.
Well, I was getting ready to say LeBron's the best scorer of all time.
Kobe's just and all respect, but he's just a copy and paste of Michael Jordan. That's pretty much what it is.
LeBron was just he has every aspect. He was the greatest passer of all time. He's not the best. He's not the best dribbler, because that's just a whole different. The best dribbler like Kyrie Irving, honestly. But like facilitating and scoring, and those are all LeBron. I don't know if like get into your spot, it was MJ, because that's what he does. But when we talk about just all around scoring and passing the ball, it's LeBron.
Yeah, but just pure scoring. KD is 6'10", and he plays like a guard.
That is true.
That's true.
He's built like a skeleton, but he doesn't need to get down in the paint when he can just pull up.
Okay.
But
I mean, I don't know. Like, the way I look at it, like, I've grown up watching LeBron championships, so I could name everybody that LeBron played. But I mean, I don't even really know who the Bulls beat in the championships. To be honest with you, like team wise, I don't got that.
I'll tell you what. They're not as good as they are now, and I know. And listen, the no defense thing, that's fine. LeBron still played in the eras of where defense was still played. When he was on the Cavs, people still played defense. When he was on the Heat, people still played defense. It wasn't. When you move into the earlier.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Moving into the most recent years, obviously defense has dropped off.
So the way I look at it right now, the hand checking rule was changed the 04-05 season. I think that changed a lot about the NBA, in my opinion. Yeah. You can't hand check anymore. That's 04-05 season. You know who came in the league in 03? LeBron. Just saying. I don't know.
Okay, I've got it here. He beat the Lakers when they had MJ at the end of MJ's career. Or not MJ, yeah. Magic at the end of his career. And then he beat a Portland Trailblazers team led by Clyde Drexler at the end of his career. He beat the Phoenix Suns when they had Charles Barkley towards the end of his career. And then he beat the Sonics. I guess that was, what, Gary Payton?
Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. Yeah, should be.
And then he beat the Jazz back-to-back years in the finals. So, I mean.
Old heads.
Old heads. I mean, yeah, you can call them old heads, but it's just like you can't blame the man who came out of the Western Conference at the time, though. He was still playing some ballers in the Eastern Conference.
But, I mean, like, I just don't think he's played the same caliber. Like, I don't think Jordan beats the Warriors with Steph and KD. I don't think, like, I would put that team against the 95-96 Bulls, and I would have them win.
The Warriors beat the Bulls.
Like, so are you saying So are you saying the 2016 Cavalier team is the best team of all time?
No. I'm saying the 17-18 Warriors is the best team of all time with KD and Steph.
Oh, it was 20. Yeah, 20.
2016 is when they had the 73-9 and they came back on, but they didn't have KD.
I thought they had KD that year.
No, me and Brady had this discussion.
That's what I thought. But someone needs to Hudson look it up, make sure. Because that's what I was saying. I swear they had KD.
No, the year they went 73-9 was the year that
was 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
But it says KD was traded in 2016. So that would be 2016, 2017 season. And they won a championship that year.
Okay. All right. So still though, so who are you saying the best team of all time is? You're saying the
Warriors
with KD and Steph.
Yeah.
So 17-18. When was the 3-1? That was 2016. Was that
2016?
So KD wasn't on that team.
This is the 73-9 team. Barbosa, Barnes, Bogut, Ian Clark, Steph Curry, Festus Ezeli, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, Sean Livingston, Kevon Looney, James Michael McAdoo, Klay Thompson, and then the rest of them is just no KD.
I could have swore there's KD on there.
The 2017-2018 team is like Quinn Cook. Kevin Durant's there, but and JaVale McGee. Okay, so it's the JaVale McGee and when they had Zaza and David West. So that team. So you're saying that team beats the 96 Bulls.
I'm saying any of the teams that had Steph and KD on it when they were beating LeBron in the finals beats the 95-96 Bulls.
But they're beating LeBron. They're beating LeBron, the guy we're arguing for GOAT here. Like, I just don't.
Yeah, but you got to think that the 95-96 Bulls as a team were better than what LeBron's teams were. Like, he had Kevin Love, who, let's be honest, Kevin Love hasn't really been good since
the Timberwolves.
He left the Timberwolves.
He was all right with the Cavs. Show my boy Kevin some love.
He was okay. But I would say the Kevin Love that was on LeBron's team when he was playing the Warriors was not as good as Dennis Rodman on the 95-96 Bulls.
Okay, but so how many years did Michael Jordan take? 1 year off or 2 years off?
I don't know.
Chicken, give me a fingers if you know how many years LeBron took off or Michael Jordan took off. Anyways, so if it was 1 or 2, I mean, you're talking they were definitely probably going to win the championship game. So, and you got to talk about three-peats.
It is impressive that he came back after he left and three-peated.
Three-peats don't happen in sports very often, in any single sport, and he did it 2 times. He doesn't leave. He goes on, a 7-year dynasty, 8-year dynasty?
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't see how you can argue when he literally dominated a whole entire decade. Michael Jordan MVP, finals MVPs, championships. The entire decade was Michael Jordan. Did LeBron play longer so he's got better stats? Yeah.
The 1993 season, Michael Jordan took off.
I thought it was after the 96 championship.
Jordan's first retirement came after the 1993 season when he completed the first three-peat.
Yeah, he three-peated, came back, and then three-peated again.
That's right.
Yeah. That's why everybody's like, oh, my God. Because he left the sport.
But it always comes back to the conversation of who he played in the finals.
I mean, like I said, I don't think you can help a man. You can't blame the man for who he had to play in the finals, in my opinion. And especially in that era of basketball with the better defense.
No, you can't blame him, but you can't at the same time you can't give him credit for being 6-0 because of who he played. He didn't play the talent LeBron played.
He still had 6 finals MVPs. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just I think, especially with the hand checking rule, it's a whole different league. Just like it's like arguing Montana and Brady if Brady didn't win the 7 Super Bowls.
Yeah, but who's hand checking at 6'8", 230-pound point guard?
It definitely helps.
It helps, but you're not gonna stop it. No, he's not going to get hand checked, and he's going to be like, "Oh my God, now my offensive game is now over."
So is it just out of curiosity? Is it just the 6-0 for you? That is the.
I mean, the back-to-back three-peats. Well, not back-to-back, but the three-peats alone, which, like I said, doesn't happen in sports. Doing the three-peats, I think, is just so impressive that it just. That's to me. If you're not positive in the finals, like I just don't understand how you can say that he's one of the greatest. Like I feel like greatest to me is winning. Same with Tom Brady, in my opinion. Because Tom Brady is almost undoubtedly the GOAT of the NFL. He's not that athletic. He played for a long time. Don't get me wrong, and he was protected by the NFL by more than any other quarterback ever, besides probably Patrick Mahomes. But we give him the credit for 7 Super Bowls. He lost a couple Super Bowls. I'll give him that. But we give him credit for 7 Super Bowls. What really did he bring to the table that Patrick Mahomes don't, Lamar Jackson don't, Joe Burrow don't? He won. And I feel like that left an impact on everybody that he was winning so much that everybody's like, oh, well, that's the GOAT. It used to be Joe Montana because he won. If you go look at Joe Montana's stats, it was not that good. He was not. I mean, it was a different league. They didn't pass the ball like that.
But like the run that LeBron had to dominate the Eastern Conference, like he was in the finals every year for 10 straight years, 8, 10, something like that.
Michael Jordan could have won championship every year if he didn't take that year off for 8 years.
I don't know.
It's a hard topic.
Let me ask you this, and then I just want your opinion. You think if you swap out Michael Jordan and put him in LeBron's shoes, same teams, same era, him playing this era, that he wins, he goes undefeated in those finals?
So you're saying same teams?
Like you think he beats the 2016 73-9 Warriors with Kyrie and Kevin Love?
I'm gonna say no on that. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna say he wouldn't, because that was honestly like an athletic feat that I've ever seen.
Do you think he beats the 2015 Warriors with Matthew Dellavedova and Tristan Thompson?
Is that all he had? He didn't have Kyrie? Oh, yeah, because Kyrie was hurt that year.
Kyrie and Kevin Love were both hurt, and he won 2 games.
It depends. Okay, Matthew Dellavedova and who?
Tristan Thompson.
Who was playing shooting guard then?
J.R. Smith.
On the Warriors, Klay Thompson.
I'm talking about for the Warriors. So you would have LeBron playing. You'd have Michael Jordan versus who? I mean, who would the Warriors play on them? Iguodala.
Iguodala.
Yeah, I'm saying Michael Jordan does beat him with Tristan and Dellavedova.
But they couldn't. I mean, LeBron was dropping 40 and 50 every game. Like, there's not much more he could do that Michael Jordan would have been. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's not much more Michael Jordan could have done scoring-wise. And who would you have Michael Jordan guard? Steph?
Curry.
Probably, yeah, Curry.
But at that point, you have Matthew Dellavedova guarding Klay Thompson. I mean, that was when Klay Thompson was hot.
Klay Thompson was hot, but I think you can.
I think it's a shootout. I think it's a shootout.
I just don't. I don't know. But
and I think Curry takes it because he's a better shooter.
And then you got to think: do you think Michael Jordan beats the Warriors when they had KD?
I think Michael Jordan shuts him down more than LeBron does, just because. No, I don't. I'm not gonna say that because I don't like the no hand checking rule. I think it just made so much. I like basketball when it was physical. Then they took away the physicality, however you say that word, of basketball, and then you started getting now you can't even watch in NBA really without seeing 30 free throws. Like it's I don't know. I just don't like how they call defense.
Does Michael Jordan beat the 2020 Heat?
2020 Heat? Yeah. That's not even.
Yeah,
that's a Mickey Mouse championship. Just like
he definitely does.
The bubble champ.
Bubble championship, Mickey Mouse.
All right. I don't know. If anything, I think that one. Like, people argue that was the easiest one to win, but everyone had the same amount. It was a level playing field for everybody. Nobody had to travel. Everyone had the same amount of sleep, preparation, everything. Everything was the same. If anything, it was the most fair.
It was, but the thing about it is,
that's
it was
true.
such
That's very true.
It was such a different atmosphere compared to like an actual
and
NBA
LeBron
arena
just,
with
I
home
don't know,
court.
he just didn't care. He just didn't care.
I loved watching the bubble championship.
It was cool.
You could hear the players, you could actually hear the players trash talk each other.
Hey!
It was cool, but I'm just saying, that's our ball. But I mean, I just think Game 7, like home court advantage is a crazy aspect of a championship. So,
all right, let's move on past
LeBron.
This.
He did beat the Warriors. So
yeah,
Game 7.
Let's move past this and let's head into Chicken. He's going to recommit to a new. He's leaving my Bengals, thankfully, thank God, and he's going to find him a new home, a new team to support.
So let's give a true background here. So we got this friend named Ethan Meek, aka Chicken, and he says he's a Bengals fan. He swore on him being a Bengals fan. He says he was just born into it, and then like you can ask him like who Corey Dillon was, which any NFL like fan, especially if you're a Bengals fan, because you don't have that many legends to worry about. He says that he don't know who Corey Dillon is. He barely knew Anthony Munoz. If he didn't play Madden, he wouldn't even know him. He didn't know who Corey Dillon was. So when me, Fitch, and him went to a NFL game, Bengals Steelers, he goes, "Look, there's a Browns fan," and it was a Corey Dillon jersey. And so that's the moment I realized maybe Chicken isn't a Bengals fan.
He had no idea what the throwback Bengals jersey were.
Okay, it was a throwback.
He had no idea what they looked like. No, don't get me wrong. They look like the Browns, but like it wasn't the Browns.
It don't look like the Browns because the Browns have always had the brown numbers. It makes no sense.
It was from the back though. It was a white jersey with orange stripe
with black numbers.
I'm just trying to make a case for him.
If you guys knew Chicken, you would just understand this. But that's the moment when I realized, okay, maybe this guy isn't a Bengals fan. And so then he comes in the group chat talking about how he should switch up NFL teams. And I was like, okay, if you can even consider switching teams, then you're not a true fan. So I'm going to say, if I'm a Bengals fan, I'm letting him go. So, it's whatever. So let's bring him on.
He's free.
He can go be a fan of whoever I want.
What's up, boys?
Hello, Chicken.
Turn your camera.
Yeah, sideways.
Hamburger, brother. Hamburger.
Is that better?
No, like sideways. So this is what we're talking about. Yes, this is what we're talking about. There you go.
Hold on. Let me give me a little setup here. We good.
All right, give your little spiel.
Coming into it, I was born into the Bengals fan base. After so many years of disappointment and letdown, I just want out. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being disappointed and let down. It's really all it comes down to. But I'm going to stay a Bengals fan. For a few more... I'm just kidding. I'll never go back to that fan base. Green Bay Packers. I'm now a Packers fan.
So if you're a Packers fan right now, I'd probably be finding where Chicken's at and probably taking every Packers thing that he has already. He's not a good fan.
I'm hoping Green Bay doesn't let me down, man.
That's fine. Green Bay might not let you down, but you're not a fan if you can't stay through the thin and thick. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
No, I'm here to stay. I'm here to ride. Thick and thin, go Packers.
That's just it. Like I said, this guy doesn't make much sense, but it's a crazy thing. I'm just glad he's a Packers fan. I mean, he glazes the Packers so much
Big
that I've ever seen. He thinks Jordan Love's top 5. I'm just glad he's a Packers fan at this point because, I mean, it was so bad. Like, I thought he was a Packers fan while being a Bengals fan. Bengals fan.
All right, so Chicken, give me your thoughts on what made you want to thoughts on your switch.
I really like a high-powered offense, and I like what they have going on down there at Green Bay.
Talking about
high-powered offense, and you want to lead the Bengals?
Yeah, I understand. It really doesn't make sense, but man, that black and orange don't hit like it used to.
Well, like I said, I'm glad to watch you leave.
He wants a high-powered offense, but then left the most high-powered offense in the league.
Hey, you guys don't know it. Green Bay's up next. They're up next.
Why?
So
why?
With Jordan Love, anything can happen, man. He's just
Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow couldn't do that. Joe Burrow couldn't do that.
Joe Burrow can't do anything because he ain't got nobody to guard nobody. Green Bay has some defense. He can't win. There's no winning in Cincinnati until they get a defense.
You sound like the most delusional NFL fan I've ever heard in my life. I just want
That's
you to know.
fine. That's fine. I'll be the most delusional Packers guy you ever met.
Let's see the beanie though. Let's see the beanie.
I'll take it off. Give you a little close up.
See, you said it was a retro beanie.
I said that to throw you off. I wanted it to be a complete surprise.
Okay, so I kind of figured he was gonna pick the Packers. Number one, he glazes them so much. Number two, I was on FaceTime with him earlier, and he was like, "Yeah, I was looking at these pictures in the mall, and there was this really dope picture for my new team, and it had the three quarterbacks of this franchise at the 50. I'm not smoking a cigar, and I was like, okay, so it's the Packers, Favre, Rodgers, and Jordan Love, and he's like, no, it ain't them, I swear. I was like, okay, it's the Packers.
Yeah,
but I'm happy. I'm happy he's a Packers fan now because he glazed them enough. So
long time coming.
It was coming faster than I expected it to come. I'm all for it.
Pause, bro. Pause.
Big pause.
Hold on. Pause.
Resume.
That is a crazy
Come
statement.
faster, if you will.
All right.
Let's get this guy out of here. That was Ethan Meek picking a new team.
To the Packers. Yeah, to the Packers, baby. I don't know.
Yeah, he's never going to be back on this podcast. Let's just say that.
Crazy statement. Not just
probably one of the fakest
studio.
Fakest NFL fan I've probably ever seen in my life. Hunter, I don't know. I mean, that little clip right there of Ethan should show you what Ethan is. Not a very smart guy. I'm going to be honest.
Not a big football guy?
He thinks he is. He thinks he's one of the biggest NFL fans ever, but
you think he'd love Joe Burrow until that happened. High-powered offense. Okay.
High-powered offense, some defense. I get the defense part, but Packers ain't a top 10 defense.
If they get DK Metcalf or Garrett Wilson, they could be a high-powered offense.
Yeah.
I mean, true, but you're leaving one high-powered offense for the other. It just don't make any sense.
Yeah,
and I will say,
it's not going to be anywhere close to the Bengals, but
the past year, bro, he's been he argued with us for literally 2 hours one day about how Jordan Love was top 5. Then he argued with us that the Packers were going to win the Super Bowl this year because of some stat he saw on TikTok. I was just all right, this guy just doesn't know. He just doesn't need to be a Bengals fan. He just needs to be a Packers fan. Glad he switched.
I am too.
That way I didn't have to hear him yap about Bengals and Steelers because I was getting tired of that.
Yeah, that was enough.
Well, now that we got that out of the way, you want to do your inspirational quote?
Are we moving into the Brady's life quote of the day?
I believe it is.
Oh God!
Take the stage. God. Oh shoot!
All right. So today's life lesson with me, Brady. So first of all, don't be like chicken. Don't have the brain of chicken. Don't be a fan like chicken. If you're going to pick your team, stay with your team through thick and thin, lose or loss. Be loyal to your team and your fan base and show love and support no matter what. I watched the Bengals never win a game, and look at us now. We're going 9-8. That's fine. I'm in purgatory with Hudson now. I'll take it. But don't be like chicken. Chicken's he's a lost cause. But that's my life quote. Don't be a chicken. Be a rooster.
I love that statement. Don't be a chicken, be a rooster.
Don't be a chicken, be a rooster.
That's some good advice. I think every one of the viewers can accept there. Stand out in life.
That's right.
Don't be dumb.
Don't be a chicken. Be a rooster.
Don't be a chicken. Don't be a rooster. Well, boys, I think this was a great episode.
It was. Hunter, you got anything to say?
What? Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Oh.